Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us here on the Morning Show on ETV from our brand new state-of-the-art studios. Now, our next guest is one of the most exciting artists in the music industry right now. His blend of soul, live instruments, and hip-hop are getting him noticed not only here in South Africa, but abroad as well. ByLwansta is on the Morning Show namhlanje kuseni. Asimamngele. How you doing, brother?
I'm fantastic, Will. What about you?
Man, really, really happy to see you. Welcome to our brand new Morning Show set.
Word? So beautiful.
And I must say this to you because you're an artsy person as well. Do you like what we've done with the place?
I mean, it's very cozy. You know, like the point of you guys curating this space, I imagine, is to make people feel comfortable. Yes, I'm like, my heart, I think the microphone has caught my heartbeat a couple of times, but just like being in this space already feels like, okay, cool, I'm home, where's the fridge so I can just help myself. I feel comfortable.
Yeah. I like that, man.
Yeah.
Listen, you've got an interesting story in as far as your hip-hop journey is concerned.
Yeah.
But I want to start with your T-shirt. I'm trying to read it. What I'm reading is SPIJØNGET.
There we go.
What does it actually say and what does it mean?
Okay, cool. So, great observation. Thank you for that. I was thinking, is he going to notice? Is he going to notice? And he did. So this, it says SPIJØNGET, right? Okay. And this T-shirt is actually one of my own designs. I'm a musician, as you mentioned, and I'm also a designer. So this is an extension of my music. You know, like I'm packaging my music into merchandise because we're in a time where music is being consumed mostly digitally.
Yes.
And before that, it was CDs. We could touch it, we could smell it, we could lick it if you wanted to.
Right.
But now with streaming, we've kind of disconnected. So I thought, okay, cool. It's also not, you know, doesn't make sense financially to make CDs because even the computers don't have CD-ROM. So I was like, the next best thing is to create merch. You know, people can connect, put it on, feel like they're part of something, part of my journey. And, you know, that, I mean, I'm not trying to get into fashion, but I don't want to approach it ignorantly either. But, you know, it's just, you know, music turned into merchandise.
So a very conscious effort in your observation of where people are right now in terms of the consumption of music, especially online. How are they receiving it? What's the feedback you're getting?
So it's quite like, it's great, you know, just in like multiple ways with people enjoying the music. Because I'm a very, I like to tell stories with my music. Like it's very narrative, like strong and whatnot. You know, so I mean, people are also enjoying the music a lot. It's also a continuation. Like I said, it's very narrative based. So it's continuing from the previous release. And it's like, oh, he's here now. He's moved to Johannesburg and Umnandi. Or so they think, you know, but that's the chat. They're really enjoying it. Yeah.
How exciting is it, ByLwansta, when just stars align, right? You've got a trilogy of stuff that you're working on. Nature's working with you. You made a move to Joburg. I imagine it wasn't easy. New environment, new industry per se, from what you'd used to back home, right? How are you finding your feet, or how have you found your feet?
So it took me, I'd say, a year to just settle in Johannesburg because I moved from Durban. I spent like 4 years just studying, getting my graphic design degree. And I moved from Ekokstad, which is where I'm originally from, a small town, moved to Durban. It's a nice step instead of that jump straight into Joburg.
So it's all gradual.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So by the time I had moved to Joburg, I was like, okay, I've reached my glass ceiling, let me make the leap. And then I moved, and it was just, I was always scared of Johannesburg, mostly just because of the nature of the industry. I always felt like it was a lot more fast-paced. Once you get to Joburg, there's very little time to rehearse or put together things, so you like had to come with the complete product, right? So my first year, I moved in 2019, and I took a year just like in isolation. I was based in Honeydew at the time. Not in isolation, but I didn't really like, hey guys, I'm here. I'm in Joburg now, because it's like, okay, let's pace, let
me take my time,
you know what I mean?
And observe.
You know, so then I was properly introduced to Joburg 6 months into my move at Park Station. And I'm sure you might have an idea what I'm alluding to. But that's when I knew, okay, I'm here now.
So c'est Josie.
Yeah, so... Honestly, I came here with a lot of things. I still don't have it 2 years later.
I'm so sorry that happened, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but you know, like...
But now it's part of your story, right?
Yes. And it's actually funny that you mentioned like move to Joburg. Like I said, this is based on the cover art, right?
Yes.
So this is SPIJØNGET Chapter 2.
Wow.
You know, and this was SPIJØNGET Chapter 1. And you can see the contrast between the cover arts, the mood. This one's a little bit warmer with
I
the warmer
see.
color palette, romance, comfort zone.
Right.
And then this is when I was still in Durban.
Okay.
Come Joburg, you see it gets a
blue
little bit
lilies.
cooler. You can see the tears subtly there and whatnot.
see.
It's a little bit more dramatic with the shadows. And like just with this whole composition, the flowers represent that despite, you know, the growing pains, eventually you bloom. You
I
know?
like that.
And I think I'm at a point now where I've bloomed. And we'll probably hear it in the third chapter of SPIJØNGET. I don't want to spoil anything, but
Yeah. Listen, we are attentive this morning. I cannot wait to see you perform. Have you collaborated with anyone on these projects?
yes, so I've got a frequent collaborator who I've been working with from the day I started making music. My older brother, Kimo Sabi, singer, songwriter, producer.
Yes.
He's worked with your DJ Clocks, Kanyani, Dimples, writing as well. He's a brilliant writer. And I came up under him for the most part of my formative years as a musician, producing me. And you know, we occupy different spheres in the music industry. I'm hip hop, he's R&B, but because we're brothers, we are accessible to each other. You know what I mean? And yeah, he's one of my frequent collaborators. Like he's making music behind me, I'm making music behind him in the same household. And you know, that's, yeah, I mean, I guess that's my grootman, essentially.
That's so cool to have a grootman who's a producer and a
Sure.
writer just sitting endly now, and like literally you've got access to him.
Sure, like just lunch, like I'll be sitting on one side of my desk, I turn around, what is that? You know,
Yeah.
that's how our most recent collaboration came about. He was making something,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah?
that sounds interesting. What is that? Can
Yeah.
I write something to it? And then we just cooked it up. So, you know,
Wow.
like it's nice for things to, because he moved to Joburg before I did. So
Yes.
kind of disconnected as far as me working under him. I had a
Okay.
chance to lean on myself for a couple of years.
Right.
And we came back full circle. Now we're both in Joburg and we're just creating under one.
Exciting times ahead. Let's wrap it up, man. Talk timelines. We are in 2021.
Yeah.
I imagine with the country trying to find its feet in the midst of COVID-19, lockdowns, people aren't as excited or encouraged to you know, socially gather.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So you've had to now re-engineer how you promote or,
Yes.
you know, perform for people. So this year, what can we expect?
So I mean, a good chunk of 2020 was just like, as soon as we realized that, okay, our current main stream of income, which is live performance, is being compromised, it meant, okay, cool. Because I've also adopted a very entrepreneurial mind to my music, my artistry, you think, okay, cool, my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. How can I like activate these things to make sure I don't go under because of this? So, I mean, the merch was one of the examples to, okay, cool, let's put something out that people can still engage with. You know, people can also still bring and contribute to my rent, essentially, because live performances were the main thing.
Yeah.
But now, because I was also bred on the internet, you know,
Okay.
I don't disappear because people can't see me. Now it's like, okay, cool. Let's keep feeding people like rich content. Let's not kind
Right.
of crumble under the pressure of, okay, COVID, let's post every,
Thina
you know what I mean? You know, so Tina's like, we just wanted to make sure we're in the driver's seat and we're not as panic. You know, which is okay, cool. You know what? Yeah, it's crazy. There's a bit of shakes in the hands, but you know, relax, neutral every now and then, care one. But you know, it wasn't difficult, like to just kind of readjust because I'm also a designer.
Yeah.
Also, at least I know about it's holding me down here and there. But music is the main thing. And
Awesome stuff, man. Listen, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much, Will. This was
Looking forward to seeing you perform. That was SPIJØNGET. You call him ByLwansta here on the morning show on ETV. Siyabuya.